Really with that ass, what?
Night, talk the hood, I'm alive. This key's a man, I've arrived. The hood, 845, and now reside in 919. Quarter past 9, born on Thanksgiving. That's 11:27. I'm ahead of my time. Even if I spit a quarter a line, I sell it back 2 quarters like every time that I get on the track. Fat, just to that, how my mind kick the infinite lines, infinite rhymes. That's different. I'm kicking that ill Willie shit, Biggie shit. I can get inside of your mind. Hypnotize you in the cypher where these niggas kick the infinite. Bras swim tonight, same paper jumps, getting spitting something like the Wizard of Oz. Make a wish, all you scared faux niggas with big figures involved. A bigger heart, I get a bigger applause. So like the witch of the West, I mail tracks and wet niggas involved. If it's a problem, best believe I just solve it. Any hater homesick, just click the ruby red slippers and it's off the kids. The man is so outlandish. I land 757s like the pilot on the record. Damn. You know I'm fly on the song. Yo, check the feathers, little nigga. I've been fly all along. I've been right all along. I've been nuts since I picked up a mic. If I'm a star, I can shine till I'm gone. Young J, no relation, sure. I'm upstate, I play facing the songs. Race tracks on the runway, and I ain't even race for that horn. The pros walking like chickens across tracks just to get hit with the force. Infinite bars, sports back styles, infamous, indirect style so fast. Wicked and evolved, yeah, you know your boys meant for this. In the mix, in the lab, give me something mad scientists. Give me all the phones, 66. Feeling the gap in the track, like a dentist. Some bitches is getting filet mignon. Non-stop and rhyme shocking like ticks from a farm. The course over top, cause I'm just lacing the sauce. Told you my style is spitting, it's sacred like colonial riches. Plus I gotta stay shit for the competition. It's just a hustle ambition. If you're getting the pace and start ripping. Yo, I don't need no back or a victim. I just stay spilling on some underground shit. When bitches is underground, cooking product in the kitchen. They bitching, they talking with critics. They got written on their wish list. I guess they looking forward to Christmas. I'm looking for something different. Like a 4-door Civic to race jumps and throw some buck in the system. Blind like a mannequin, but rhyme like a champion. Supply punch lines, niggas forward with the antonyms. Even try kick you Spanish. But it wouldn't matter, cause half of these dummies is left up in the Hamptons. Haters ain't starting to test. Maybe that's the consequence. The way I got your attitude bent. See me swinging from the arm. Rain Man, that Sean kept. Then passing that C-Class. 4-door Benz I play. Usually the offense. But defend that crown. Cause that defense determines your ass. Reckless nigga. Test me nigga like I'm fixing to bless niggas. Looking like Kevin upon the record. Hit him with the crack music. Knowledge I kick easy. Call me Nike. That's the way I just do it. Nike. Stay spitting the ball. Straight spit through it. Lighting up the ball. Waiting for the Q-note. Getting the countdown. Like Trace Ghost. Uno. Damn, you know. Coming through. That's the way you do it. You can kiss the culo. Jace Fly. You should call me Bruno. That's the way I pop by. Some like in the town. To turn home. Hat fresh. Michelin that's the best. From my neck to my toes and stretch. With a stick of flows. Beating niggas up when it blows. But at the fire in the home, it explodes. You see the sense, you give a close. I look at the jagged like the head.
Wow. That was probably one of the most notable 5 minutes in my life. Shout out to my man Jay Geezer. That was him on a classic joint of his called Evolution. Welcome everybody. Glad of you could join me back this evening for another episode of the Top Cast. I am your host, the incredible T.O.P. This is episode number 6 of the Electromagnetic Life series. the sixth chakra, Anja, or Ajna rather, the third eye chakra. Salute to you, Cam. Glad that you just made it back from the grocery store safely. I too made it to the grocery store today to pick up a few things that I needed for the house. And because I fixed myself my own lunch for work during the week to prevent myself from having to spend a whole lot of money to eat out due to the nature of my job, I had to stop by the grocery store earlier today to pick up a few things. So I understand. Glad you made it back safely, Cam. I did also. Glad of you to join me. And for all of you who will catch this on the playback, hopefully you learn something from this dialogue that can help you in your life. I know it has helped me greatly. And this particular episode of the Top Cast is all about time. And not time as in what time it is or what time your clock tells you it is, but time as in the inner mind's eye or the third eye, the speculative eye. But first, in other news, I just want to say that today is my anniversary. It is the first day of my year every year, and it is a commemoration of what is commonly referred to as your birthday. But being the logical thinking person that I am, and knowing that my birthday or the day that I was actually physically born on was 45 years ago, I can't in good conscience say that this is my birthday. But nonetheless, I just wanted to share that and let you guys know that even on my birthday, I'm on YouTube with you. That said, let's move along. So, the third eye, again, the inner mind's eye, or the speculative eye, is the chakra that's concerned with your intuition, uh, again, speculation, or being able to deduce things. And it's a mystical concept, an esoteric concept of this invisible third eye that you have, which is located somewhere in between your two physical eyes, in your, in the center of your forehead. Kind of like you see people of the Hindu faith have that little dot on their forehead. That's what that little dot symbolizes, in case you were unaware of it. And when I say that the third eye is concerned with intuition or your intuition, what I mean by that is intuition is the ability to kind of sense, or for lack of a better way of saying it, quote unquote, seeing something that is beyond your ordinary sight or what you can see with your two physical eyes. And a lot of folks, myself included, have had these types of experiences before where we have intuited some information about a situation that we were in or had knowledge of without, actually seeing any direct evidence of it. And an analog of what I'm explaining is kind of like you being outside on a windy day and you know that the wind is blowing. You know that it's something, although you can't see it, yet you do see the evidence of it. This is very much how your third eye performs for you. And just in my opinion, pardon me there. Just in my opinion, it's a great tool to have, to utilize. And you have to develop it over time, just like you do any other skill or tool, or how to use any other tool that you are familiar with. Thank you very much, Mr. Cam. I appreciate it, and I'm glad to be here. It's often equated to or associated with your pineal gland, which is a sort of eye also. And the difference is it's only an association, because your pineal gland is what's considered, peace, Mr. James Brown. How you doing, sir? Glad you could be here. It's considered to be a parietal eye, medically speaking. And what that means is that it's a light sensitive gland or receptacle, not unlike your eyes in your face, though it's not constructed the same way. And it's often, in human beings anyway, not directly exposed to light, though it is light sensitive. So in your brain, your pineal gland almost literally sits in the very center of your brain. And if you know anything about physical anatomy, you would know that your brain actually doesn't see any light in the same way that your eyes see light. That to say that your pineal gland, or your inner mind's eye, is in complete darkness, which in and of itself explains part of why it is photosensitive. Because in complete darkness, any form of light is going to be very, very unnoticeable. And whatever receptacle is present there that can perceive that light is going to be extremely sensitive. Like I said in the beginning of this series, we are indeed light beings. And in much the same way that your pineal gland, or your parietal eye, has the ability to perceive light, although it's cloaked in complete darkness, is not unlike your philosophical third eye, or ability to see beyond the normal mundane. And unfortunately, a lot of us are aware of this information, though many of us think that we utilize our third eye, and we don't. And part of the reason why that's the case is because in order to fully utilize your third eye, you have to admit and accept what is the truth. Although your third eye also gives you the ability to perceive lies. But what you can't do is to tell yourself the lie and convince yourself that is the lie. And a lot of people, especially in today's society, try to operate in that dichotomy. And what you end up with invariably is a lot of people who claim to be quote unquote woke, though they're not. And you could tell that they're not woke because some of the things that they say are not true. And some of the reason why those things are accepted, though they are known not to be the truth, is because they fit a certain narrative for people. And so while a lot of people think they're woke, they're not. But in my own personal experience in life, or over my lifetime rather, it has been my ability to perceive things far in advance that has allowed me to stay out of a lot of dangerous situations where my life was in danger or my financial well-being was in danger. I will address your questions shortly, Mr. Cam. And like I said several times before, and I've said here in this video, a lot of us are just not in tune with our intuition. And so, hey, salute, Mr. Mac. Glad that you could stop by, man. I appreciate you. And consequently, we miss a lot of obvious signs. And when your third eye is open, it's very difficult to unsee what you see. And this is why I say that a lot of people, though they claim to be woke, they really aren't. Because once they are exposed to what the truth is, they quickly run away from it to go back to the comfortable lie that they were once living. And I see it all over YouTube. A lot of so-called red pill guys are great examples of this because they'll come because they had a bad situation with a female. They'll come seeking advice. They'll receive that advice, and the advice is contrary to what their desires are. And so while they think they woke because they got a little bit of truth, they're not really woke because it's too harsh for them to accept it. And so a lot of people never make it past, being able to deal with their first chakra or second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth to even get to a level where their third eye is open to the point where they can look at the world, in time or in their inner mind's eye and accept it for what it is and learn how to maneuver through it. Not unlike Neo had to learn how to maneuver through the Matrix. Because essentially, the movie The Matrix is a great analog for our lives because we live in a matrix on so many different levels. And if your third eye was open, you would be able to see that quite easily. Like I coined the term, at least I think I did, by calling the system of white supremacy or racism the racist matrix, because it's actually set up quite like the Matrix. And to me, it boggles my mind that people are unable to see it for what it really is. And that that too also speaks to the point that I was just making previously, is that a lot of people think they're woke, but they're not, because the ugly truth of the reality of the situation that we're in as people is a lot to take in and accept and mull over. And so I understand why people shun away from the truth, kind of like vampires shun away from the sunlight. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. But for you guys that's listening now, and for anybody who will listen to the playback, the way to tap into your intuition is you need some amount of calmness and stillness and trust in your own intuition. That feeling that you have, or that thought that entered your mind, or that perception that you've seen happening in the future may indeed be 100% truthful. And you have to begin to learn to accept the things that you intuit. And over time, what you'll find is that your intuition is very rarely going to steer you wrong. And this is essentially, salute, Dave. Glad that you could be here. This is essentially what you can sum up your third eye to be: your intuition, your ability to sense something that's not so obviously present. But to address your statement, Cam, you say, what about the claims of clarification of the pineal gland, purposefully or not? Could you clarify exactly what you're asking me a little more, be a little more specific? Because it could just be me, but I don't quite understand what you're trying to ask me. They call it trapping for more reasons than one. Okay, I'm not sure what that's in response to, but just to speak on words for a moment, it's because of my intuition, my ability to see or to understand or to see what's really behind what's being said to me, that I'm able to intuit, the hidden information behind someone's words. So for example, let's use the word trap. Very popular word. Niggas love it. We probably popularized it like we do so many other things. Yet many people fail to really understand what that word means. And this is what I mean when I say that their intuition is low. Their third eye is not open. Because what is a trap? Something designed to catch you. Yet people use it as if it's a hip thing, a cool thing. Yeah, I bees in the trap. Okay, that means you got caught. And it's little things like that that will make me say, okay, this person doesn't have the right energy. And that's my intuition, or my gut feeling, or my inner mind's conclusion about what is perceiving that I'm not, fully consciously aware of. Get a sip of my coffee here, grown people juice. Excuse me. Okay, Cam says, people say that in modern society, the pineal gland gets calcified, meaning a layer of calcium forms around it. Some people claim that's on purpose, but we're not there yet. Okay, I think I have a better understanding of what you're asking me. I too have heard that same information, but I have never ever seen personally a calcified pineal gland. What I have heard is that white folks or non complete Homo sapiens sapiens have these calcified pineal glands, and it is the reason, at least in part, why they behave the way that they do. And it's because they don't have the ability, because it's said that their pineal gland is calcified, to kind of have, be in touch with the vibe of all of creation, kind of like Black people do. The way it was kind of depicted in the movie Avatar, how those beings were, in tune with their environment. And it's alleged that your pineal gland is in tune with the environment in such a way. And to a point, I do agree that your pineal gland is in tune with your environment. In as far as that, like I said, it's a parietal eye, and it has the ability to sense light, although it's not directly exposed to any light. And it also regulates. It's a gland part of a gland that's part of your endocrine system, by the way, and it regulates your circadian rhythm, or the time that your body adjusts to light and darkness. So your pineal gland can sense when it's nighttime outside, and to cause your body to secrete chemicals to make you go to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? But I personally don't know if shit. For all I know, my pineal gland could be calcified. I don't know, but it's possible. I will say that much, but I will have to do a little more study into that. This is more a philosophical dialogue, more so than a medical one or biological one. And I only mention any biology associated with the pineal gland, so God, folks can get an idea of where it's located at in your body and the significance of that, considering how it operates. So to just speak a little further on a couple more points. As I mentioned earlier, this is the sixth chakra, or the chakra before you get to the Holy of Holies, or the crown chakra, where you actually have attained the full spiritual level. Because that's what, the intent of bringing these energies in line. That is the intent of bringing these energies in line, is to attain spiritual enlightenment and to evolve as a person, as a human being. So that to say, it's nothing mystical or magical, or pseudo about what I'm saying. The biology is backed up scientifically. It's easily researchable, especially now in 2021, because so much information is available at your fingertips. And on another note about the endocrine system, this system or the function of these glands have been known for thousands and thousands of years, at least since the time of ancient Egypt, when they were first performing actual, very complicated brain surgeries and became familiar with these particular glands and how they functioned in your body. And, the power that you can harness by being able to control these glands. That's another thing about the chakra system is that with mastery over time, it's alleged that you can actually, like I mentioned, heal yourself physically because you will be able to control your different glands, based on your own ability to be able to manipulate them. Kind of the way we manipulate our body in other ways. But I would like to say salute to all of you folks for coming through for episode number 6 of the Electromagnetic Life. Ajna, or the third eye chakra. I implore and encourage you guys to seek as much knowledge and wisdom as you can, because nobody ever knows it all except for the Creator. And all of us together don't know it all. And when I say us, I mean us people. So seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. There's never nothing wrong with learning something new that you don't know, especially if it's something that can help you in your life. I want to salute James, Mr. James Brown, that is. Cam, Mr. Cam Bash, Mr. Mac, Dave, and for anyone else who's watching who decided to remain anonymous, and for all those who will catch the playback after this live broadcast is over. Check back in with me tomorrow evening for episode number 3 of the Kings of Comedy, featuring the young homie Ro from I Don't Give a Fuck Media, and the young homie Tone, You a Fool. Both very funny guys. I think they have a lot of enlightening things to say about a lot of topics, which is why I have them on the show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Against episode number 3. Don't forget to check out episode 1 and 2. And then I'll be back on Wednesday evening with a special all about females, because I know you guys like to talk about females, and I don't want all of my content to be about everything but females. But I'm going to chop it up with what I consider, or who I consider to be 3 apex players on this YouTube thing. And that is King Dreism, Affy Kingdom, and Playboy Zay, who some of you guys may know as the Zay Way or Zay Double Edge on YouTube. That'll be Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And then beyond that, I'm looking to have OG Rick back again sometime between Thursday and Saturday of next weekend. And then after that, I'll be back next Sunday for the final episode of the Electromagnetic Life, episode number 7, talking all about me, myself, the incredible T.O.P, better known as Top Chakra. And if you've been walking with me for a while, then you would know that that's who I am. Beyond that, I have volume 3 of Platinum Cat coming in about 48 hours. And I got another episode that me and Juicy was chopping it up that I want to share with you guys. Those will be coming a little later on in the week, so be looking out for those. Quite a few videos I'm going to be dropping over this week. It's going to be a very busy week. Please bear with me because I do have a regular life outside of YouTube. Again, I appreciate all you guys for coming, and for all the folks who's watching anonymously, and for all those who are going to catch the playback. If you haven't, go follow both of my Instagram pages, The Incredible T.O.P and the Top Cast Instagram page. You can catch the Top Cast on Anchor or your favorite podcast outlet for season 1 and season 2 of the Top Cast. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, do so now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. More material to come. And bring a friend. Share the material, like, and comment. I appreciate it. All that's free. And also, I don't often ask, but feel free to donate to the Top Cast. It goes for equipment to help me better the broadcast for you guys. Anyway, thanks again for coming. I'm going to play another track by my man Jay Geezer. Hope you guys enjoy. It's called Worldwide, featuring Evan Jordan and Ryan Alexander. Until next time, fellas, keep your third eye open. Stay perceptive, because you never know. Your life might be on the line. It's been another episode of the Top Cast. I am the Incredible T.O.P. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Please stand. What a beautiful family. I'm glad you're here.
If we want a garden.
One film is capped.
That's right, we back in here, baby. I told you 2012 was not over. Back in the
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody fuck that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody fuck that. Ryan Lex, Gore-Tex, black Nike checks, check. Shootout scenes with black Vietnam vets. Their presidents, references, ladies and gentlemen. Kush presents CD tapes, cassettes, vinyl, triple threat, shoot pass, triple, domino effect, odds and crash, paragraph, flux, capacitor, schematics, three schematics with compass and atlas, breaking backs, Bob Backlund, fight night, St. Patrick's, Montevilla Martinez, Matt Macklin. I remember back when seeing Puck every day in a bike accident on MTV and Fox and Jay-Z, and then he dropped the joint with Jermaine Dupri, and the day dad brought home the new TV, and now we watching Jackie Gleason while we eating LeBron, Kobe, ESPN, Yankees baseball all the
This is for my
season.
north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody fuck that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody fuck that. Homie said, what you dream, what you wanna be when you grow up? I told him a G, mad cream that gets froze up. Just check, now player up next. I rap, just player, I'm rapping my set. Power Kingdom is to the death. I'm doing my thing, I ride a track like a 4-4 range. I bring packs to that ball rack. Don't take a hit, catch a contact. In my city, we make moves like a wolf pack. Half is all black. Plus the red face, hand on the grip, point at 6 like Scarface. I cook up hits, your fits, kinda off taste. I put my city on, nigga, we never off. Hall of Fame in the game, I forever ball. Getting money, so a player gotta get it all. Yeah, we chillin', thinking about $1 million. All for the feeling that just sounded so appealing.
For my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody fuck that.
This is for my north side, west side, east side, south side.
Oh, everybody love that. outside. Oh, everybody, fuck that.